Okay, great job on completing the last action step and homework. Great work. We love to see your posts. I'm a pretty jokative guy, so if I go on a jokative rant, then that may happen. But we'll try to stick to the notes and get you the information as quickly and easy as possible. My guys that have worked with me in the past, if you guys were watching this, you totally know. But, okay, we're going to talk about the principles and mindset right here, and kind of like the 5 main principles we're going to go over in the course. This kind of just overviewing what we're going to do. First one, you need to create a vision. That's going to be the #1 priority. Create a vision. Most people never define what they want and where they want to go. So where they want to go and what they want when they get there. It's a basic thing. Think about this. So let's just say you get in the car, you start driving randomly for 6 hours. You drove 6 hours, you're like, you know what? That's a bummer. I actually wanted to drive 6 hours in the opposite direction. And I didn't know that because I didn't think about it. I just started driving. And that's kind of the thing that we do with our lives, where we're like, we don't really think about what we want and where we want to go and what we want when we get there. So what ends up happening is, okay, it's been 5 years and what's changed in my life? I've actually only gone in a worse direction than if I just would have started and then went in the other direction. And it's a pretty common thing, and that's why we need to have a vision on where we want to go. I love the old saying, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The other best time is today. So that's why we're doing this course. We're figuring out what are we going to do today to impact the future. And then another thing that's really cool about having a vision, it will give you a program or a plan on what to say yes to, what to say no to. It's really going to free up a lot of mental clarity in where you're trying to go in life. So that is #1. #2, the law of progressive overload. Oftentimes in our society, we're in this, let's do it quick, fast, and easy. And we're not really going for that inside this format. We're trying to build a system, a way of life to adapt to the pressure, to overcome the pressure, and then to move forward. So that's really what we're looking for here in that. The Warren Buffett, I heard him talk about a business model one time, and it was basically like invest, make simple decisions, make long-term investments, basically. It's all about long-term investments. And long-term investments are sometimes, you're not going to hear that on a YouTube video. What is the best long-term investment for you to do right now? That's not really the clickbait. The clickbait is how to get rich today. And that's kind of what you're going to end up with in the end, is either a great long-term investment that you can start doing, or something quick and easy that maybe will burn out. We don't want to be burning out in our planning. We want sustainable progress, not short bursts. We want sustainable progress in a forward direction that we've planned. Okay, #3, planning and strategy. Breaking your vision into phases, into goals, to primary milestones, and then from there into daily actions. Okay, what daily actions are we taking that are going to help us hit these goals, that are going to help us hit a long-term vision? What you're doing here is you're breaking down a plan into action. Okay, we can write a plan on a sheet of paper. Where are we actually going to go with that? What's going to happen? What are the daily steps? We can have these big goals and say, I'm going to do this crazy thing. And unless you have daily action steps to get there, it's not going to happen. So that's why we do that. Without a plan, you're really just going to react to life. You're not really going to have a positive impact in a forward movement. You're just going to be reacting instead of building towards something. You're just reacting. And it's pretty evident in a lot of people's lives. You see this all the time. What's happening there? People are constantly reacting to what's happening to them. And if you take time to think about, okay, what have I just reacted to today? Someone made cookies. I was like, want them cookies. I want them bad. And maybe if you didn't have a plan, let's say in your mind you're like, I want to lose 20 pounds. Well, having a plan and strategy, having this vision enables you to say no. But if you don't, you'll just say, I'm hungry. Yummy warm cookies. Let's go. But that's really what a plan strategy is going to do. Number 4, ruthless execution. And this is really this is where the magic happens. The mind loves the planning phase because there's no consequences. There's none. There's none when you're just dreaming about ideas and doing, oh, I'm going to do this crazy thing or that crazy thing. Execution phase is where the difficulty in executing happens, in the plan happens, where you actually have to do the work to achieve the results. I love, there's a guy named Brian Johnson. He's the guy that says online he's gonna live forever. You've maybe heard of him, maybe haven't, but he's a super healthy guy, and I believe he created Venmo. But interesting, he was talking to somebody and he's like, once I created the plan, I just execute now. Like, my emotions don't matter. I want to live forever, so I created a plan to do that, and now I don't let that interfere with my decision making. I just follow the plan, and that's I love the mindset there. It's so locked in and deliberate. And inside that, we're also going to talk about setting your environment to remove friction from your life, so that positive action is the easy choice instead of the hard one. Another thing I want you to think about, number 5 here, is planting good seeds. What you consume shapes who you're going to become. So the ideas you take in, you can really start to curate your inputs to the ones that are going to help you achieve your goal. Throughout the course, I'm going to talk about when I was training for a 100-mile race, and a 100-mile race I completed last year, and really how I curated my life around achievement of that thing. And that's going to be a big example I like to use. So we're going to talk about that. And then a good planting seeds thing is like, celebrate your wins. Be thankful for the little daily things you did along the journey. Oftentimes we have the big goals, but do we appreciate the little steps along the way? And that's going to help you build momentum. Say, oh, I hit this little goal. I hit this next little goal as I'm taking action. And it really gives you momentum to start knocking out even the bigger ones to accomplish your vision. A thought and mindset here is you don't need a perfect plan, guys. You don't need one. You don't need a perfect, if I do this, this is exactly going to happen. You just need to start moving. As I was training for my 100-mile race, I didn't have like years of training for marathons and all this stuff in my back pocket. I was like, do you know what I need to start doing? I need to start running. I'm going to lace them up. I'm going to hit the road and start training, because that's what I knew. I knew I had to start doing something, and then I'll build out the plan. And the clarity is going to come from taking action, not from thinking about it. And from there, it's like, okay, I'm running, I'm taking action. What's working? What's not? Do I need to fuel more? Do I need to drink more water? Do I need to hydrate? That's the word. I'm like, hydrate more. Do I need to go to bed earlier? What is the things I'm going to need to change in my life to execute? But the key is just to start moving in a positive direction. Okay, action step 3, you should be ready now. Name one goal you're currently working toward. Like, what's a goal right now? You're like, I want to work toward this goal. Write it down in your notebook. Say, this is what I'm going to try to, either I'm working toward right now, or I'm trying to work toward in the future. Write down one thing you're going to do today that's going to get you toward that goal. What's one thing, okay, after this class, after you take a break from this, what am I going to do today that's going to help push me toward that goal? And then write that down on your notebook, and then snap a picture inside the thread inside school and post about it. And then once you've done the action, say, hey, I wanted to walk for 15 minutes, posted it on my watch. A picture of my watch on the community. So that you're really getting this accountability and forward progress of actually, hey, I'm taking action. These are going to be action steps I'm taking. I'm not just listening to the course, listening to Jaden yip yap about whatever. I'm actually going to start taking action. So I want you guys to take a picture, send it in. We'll love it. We'll comment, and we're excited for the growth we're seeing already. So great work. I'll see you in the next video.